I'm Todd Blackstock on location at Ballpark Village in downtown St. Louis, right next to Busch Stadium, as it is opening day. The place is packed. It's a little bit rainy outside, so everybody's taking cover. It's a crazy day. Well, this is our first stop off. We're going to be right here at Ballpark Village, then we're going to be at patios, and then inside Busch Stadium. And today I'm going to be asking people two questions. What former baseball Cardinal that's not in the Hall of Fame should be Ted Simmons? And which new Cardinal this year will make the biggest impact on the St. Louis Cardinals starting roster since there's so many injuries? Diaz, Garcia, I don't know. Well, anyway, let's go out in the crowd right now, have some fun, and ask some questions. All right, Heather, which new player on the roster this year is going to make the biggest impact?
I'd say Diaz.
You know, what Cardinal player that's not in the Hall of Fame should be?
Joe Torre.
Ah, very nice. He was an MVP one year for the Cardinals, hit 363. Anyway, there's a lot of injuries, and we've had some offseason acquisitions. What new Cardinal player this year will have the biggest impact on the team?
I would say I hope like Hazelbaker, Diaz. We need some offense, so hopefully one of those guys.
All right. What Cardinal will have the biggest impact on the team, new Cardinal this year?
Well, there's a lot to choose from, but I really like Hazelbaker. That kid's really showing out. I think him and Piscotty are going to really mesh well together and just feed off one another.
And how about you?
I agree.
What Cardinal that's not in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame should be?
I think Joe Torre should probably be. What do you think? You feel that way?
Yeah. Yes, I agree also. He's a baseball buff.
Now, Joe Torre is in the Hall of Fame as a manager, but not as a player. So good call there. Thank you. All right, here. All right, I'm out here with Jake. It's opening day for the 2016 season, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions, all right?
Okay.
All right. What Cardinal that's not in the Hall of Fame should be?
Tim Simmons.
Very good, sir. What new Cardinal that got on the roster this year is going to have the biggest impact on the team?
Hazelback.
Not bad. Good job, Jake. The 2016 opening day started out as a rainy mess, but the skies have cleared. The sun's coming up, and the fans are coming into the ballpark. Joining me now is Dave Solomon from KTRS Radio, and Dave's at all the home games. He's in the locker room. He has a lot of insight with Cardinal baseball. And Dave, I got two questions today. What newcomer on the team do you think will have the most impact? And then I'll ask the second one.
Well, I think when you call newcomer with the most impact, I think Mike Leake, just because regular member of the starting rotation, he'll make a huge impact on the team because hopefully, if health permits, 32 to 33 starts. If you're talking newcomer when it comes to maybe a rookie, so far I've been very impressed by what you've seen in a small sample size from Jeremy Hazelbaker.
And Dave, my last question to you today is, what St. Louis Cardinal baseball player or former Cardinal that should be in the Hall of Fame is not?
Plain and simple, Ted Simmons, elite offensive player, underrated as a defender as well. Just ask some of his former pitchers like Pete Vukovich about him. It was a travesty that Simbo wasn't in the Cardinals Hall of Fame on the first ballot, and it's an even bigger travesty that he's not in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
We're visiting right now with John. And John, I got a couple questions for you. What former St. Louis Cardinal that's not in the Hall of Fame should be and why?
Chris Carpenter. He did a lot of good work for us in the World Series in 2006 to get us the win, and he definitely deserves to be in there with everybody else.
So who do you think is going to make the biggest impact of the newcomers this year?
Well, I was down in spring training this year, and I ran into Jeremy Hazelbaker, and I said, who's Hazelbaker? We know now. Jeremy, you're the man. You're the man. This year, he's going to go.
I got it back at home, but I want it to be signed.
Okay. Who's your favorite Cardinal player?
Steven Piscotty.
All right, very good. All right, I'm with me and Yoon. What's your name?
My name is me,
And you are?
Yoon,
How about that? And where are you from? You've got these,
Korea. We live in St. Louis, but we are Korean, Mr. O.
How about you? Who do you think is going to be the best new player on the Cardinals this year?
Oh, Seung-wan. I hope so.
And we continue our coverage of the 2016 pregame for opening day. It's the Cardinals and Brewers, and right over my shoulder, the Cardinal players are warming up and playing catch. I just hope I don't get hit in the head. What former Cardinal that's not in the Hall of Fame should be?
Jimmy Ballgame, great defensive center fielder, and he can hit.
All right, there's one. The second one is, what newcomer to the 2016 roster is going to have the biggest impact on the Cardinals this year?
Hazelbaker. He's a young and fresh guy coming up.
All right, what former Cardinal should be in the Hall of Fame that's not?
I feel it's Ted Simmons that needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
All right, excellent answer. I agree 100%. And what new Cardinal on the roster this year is going to have the biggest impact?
I have a feeling if they give Hazelbaker time to play in the outfield, I think he'd be a huge impact. He kind of reminds me of Andy Van Slyke a little bit when he was with the Cardinals.
As we continue our opening coverage on STL TV, I've got Don Grifford here and the Eagle Liberty. Liberty, how are you today? All right. Looks like Liberty's ready to roll right now. So this has become a tradition here at Busch Stadium on opening day that Liberty and the Eagles make their way around. Why is this so special?
Well, they obviously are our national symbol, and it's all the excitement that is existing in the stadium. I think the bald eagle as our national symbol and here to represent the flag and our national anthem, it just adds to the buzz and the excitement of the day.
Joining us right now on the field before the 2016 home opener is none other than the U-Man, John Hewlett. Should we call you the professor too?
PU? Professor U-Man? Yeah, you smell something? I do.
How about that? Well, we're here another opening day. John, how many opening days have you been to over the years?
Well, I mean, as an employee of the Cardinals, this is 33 for me. I think I was at one prior to that. But yeah, every year I look forward to it, especially since the last, I guess maybe 10 years or so, I've been able to do the ceremonies on the field, and it's just an honor, I just can't put it into words, really.
How special is it to come to these opening days? Because from what I understand, opening day in St. Louis is like none other anywhere else in the country.
That's what they say. I've never been to any other opening days anywhere, but the players tell us. The players say, well, yeah, so this is by far the best effort put forth by any team in Major League Baseball,
when I think of classic radio, I think of John Hewlett back in the days of KC95 with J.C. Corcoran and Don Johnson, Joe Mama Mason. Can you tell us about that era, and will radio ever be like that again on the FM side?
Well, I tell you what, not to diminish those days, because those were great days, and I had a blast with those guys, and I'm still good friends with all those guys. I love them to death. But I'm still on the radio in the mornings on KC95, and I got a great partner. Her name is Learn, and she's fun and funny and smart, and we are just having a blast. And we've been doing this now for 4 years. So for me, the fun is continuing, and I'm just lucky as hell at 59 years old still doing it,
When the St. Louis Rams came to town, I sat right next to you at one of the first games, and you said you had no illusions of grandeur, but you're still doing this, and you're doing a great job.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Todd. Yeah, every year it's a mystery, even though the Cardinals have been consistently good, you still, don't know what the finish is going to be like. And I tell you, that year, what was that, 2006, when they limped into the playoffs and they went in and won the World Series. I mean, I'm making for one of those again, Just one of those years where the Cardinals are done, and all of a sudden we just steal it. Especially if we keep the Cubs from winning this year, it'd be awesome.
Right. Hi, Learn. How are you? Learn's my buddy. We always see her at the Thunderhead Rush concerts behind stage and things like that. One more question. What Cardinals player that's not in the Hall of Fame should be, and why?
Oh, well, in the Baseball Hall of Fame, I would say, Ted Simmons probably. I mean, 12,000 innings. The guy could have hit. His defense, they said, was a little questionable, but it's offensive numbers that they look at more than anything else anyway. So I don't know why Ted Simmons isn't in the Hall of Fame.
That's crazy. Well, you, man, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.